So, coming to the stage, we have an OG MC from the YYC to represent for the hip hop community. This woman, she's a part of the HHX Crew and the Controverse Collective. Yes, exactly. The love is real. The love is real. She has one full-length project under her belt, as well as multiple EPs and singles. Check them out. Rebecca Dawn everywhere. We have the incredible Rebecca Dawn. What up, what up, what up?
I love that intro. Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'm so happy to have you on here.
It's my pleasure.
And I have to shout out Olivia, because she was one of the first ones to tell us, yo, you got to get Rebecca Dawn on here. And I knew I knew this was going to happen. And actually, I want to start off with the story. The first time I met Rebecca Dawn. So I met you before you met me. And has anyone here been to Globafest? All right. So if you guys have ever been to Globafest, you maybe seen Rebecca Dawn or I. One of the first jobs that I had when I first moved here was selling toys at Globafest for one of my friends. And we were just slanging toys over at Globafest, like just left and right, no problem. And this had to be in 2014, I think, 2014, 2015. I was going around and I see this woman, she's ripping the mic. And this is before I even knew about a YYC hip hop. I just knew I loved hip hop and I wanted to see what was going on. And I see this woman ripping the mic, killing it, and then she's handing out CDs at the same time. And I'm like, okay, I need to know what's going on here. So I get a copy of the CD. It was M.aking Connections. And I was like, okay, this is dope. And I'm foul, because I lost the CD. I'm foul. But it's okay, because I went back 2018, last year, and she's handing out the CDs again. And I'm telling you guys this because the hustle is real. To get to this point, year after year, handing out CDs, ripping mics. And she was killing it. And this time I have the CD in my car. I have it in my car this time. So, yeah, that was the first time I met you. So I wanted to ask.
That's the old school hustle.
Yes, it is an old school hustle, but I respect the old school hustle, you know what I mean? Because everybody's got to start somewhere. And I really appreciate that. I wanted to ask you, so how long have you been going to Globafest for? Like, how long have you been doing that?
I did that for 5 years, and I ran the urban arts crew there. So we had all elements represented, and we'd perform at the fireworks and teach the youth all year round. And that was a cool moment in time that we all shared.
Dope, dope, dope. So I want to take us back to you actually released that album in this venue. For
That's
those
right.
that don't know, you did an album release party in this venue in 2014 or 2015, right? It's
2014.
2014,
5 years
bingo.
ago. So it's the 5-year anniversary, and now the new album's coming out.
Yes, and now the new album's coming out. So it's very full circle. So how does it feel to have it come full circle, for you to be back here with your new album coming out in the same venue? How does that feel?
I feel immense gratitude to be back home. You know, I'm looking a little more updated since those days. Koi's gotten a facelift. So we're here, it's 2019. And we just keep it moving, and we've taken all those influences and life lessons and wisdom gifts from the times that we've shared, from hosting Elevated Etiquette open mic in here and traveling the world and taking all that experience and putting it back into something, and then coming here to announce the next chapter of the story. It just feels like coming home to my family. We've got Cypher Club represented here tonight, Cafe Koi, and so I'm just so grateful. I feel tremendous gratitude and connectedness to the community.
Respect. So I've been dying to ask this question since I met you, okay? Last Wednesday, you were dropping some fire Spanish bars, okay? Where does that come from? How are you so good?
That's actually where I started. Thank you. Gracias y saludos a todos mis hispanohablantes en el mundo. Les quiero mucho. It started because I went to university in Mexico City to study anthropology, and I fell in love with the culture and the food, and I stayed down there for 6 years. I ended up doing my master's degree in tropical rainforest ecology.
Yeah, because
and
you speak like
living in some
fluently.
villages.
It's perfect.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I used to host a little TV show down there called In the House. It was a music video show, and it broadcast on all the southern Mexican states. And I would perform live music and play videos and host my little show. But that was back before I knew the art of freestyle. It was a live show. And one day, I choked on the air.
Oh, wow. Are you serious?
And some rappers called me out. And they're like, why'd you let that happen? Don't you know how to freestyle? And I was like, no. And they're like, meet us in the park. We'll help you. So I went to the park, and they were just freestyling about the lady selling tamales and the birds in the sky. And they were just making it happen. And I'm like, how are you guys doing this on the spot? And they were like, you just do it. They just do it, and you practice, you get it by doing it. And I was like, okay. So then I started trying, and they trained me. So I had to learn in my second language because I was learning Spanish as I was learning to freestyle, and I was also going to capoeira classes. So you learn quick when you're getting instruction in martial arts in a foreign language, because if you don't,
get hit right in the face.
Yeah, so it was like really like hard knocks, because like the battle rappers too, if you mess up or miss a bar, they're gonna get you, right?
They're gonna clown you for it. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And I love that like brotherhood, that kinship of like, yo, bring your best, and if you don't, we're gonna get you because we're your friends and we love you, and it's safe and it's okay to get called out because it just makes you want to do better. It lights that fuego. And so that's how it happened. So that's Jan family in Campeche City. That's who taught me how to freestyle. And I was battle tempered down there. And then when I finished my master's degree, I came back to Calgary, and it was my one prayer. I was praying on the airplane, please just help me find my people when I get to Calgary, because I was having separation anxiety from my crew. Because you guys know when you roll in a hip-hop crew, like that's your brothers and your sisters and your family and your foundation.
Facts.
So I was like, oh man. And then it was almost like as soon as I got off the plane and I set foot in Calgary, just Twizzie, Rubix, Scarlett, Jayzen, they were just like, hey, you want to form a hip-hop crew? And I was like, oh, my prayers have been answered, and we've been a crew for 9 years.
Super dope. So I want to get into that, but I just want to clarify, like Rebecca's Spanish is almost better than mine. Like you know what I mean? Like she really puts my Spanish to shame. Like after I hear her speak Spanish, I feel like I should call myself Steven, because her Spanish is serious, and she can rap her ass off in Spanish. So shouts out. So you said that you met up with Rubix and Twizzie when you got back, and you told us a story at Cypher Club that you used to freestyle battle with them from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Every Thursday.
That's crazy.
In the basement. And Jayzen and Scarlett would just tag team playing beats for us, and we would just battle each other. Freestyle battle for hours and hours and hours just to get our reps in. It's like any other muscle to become strong, because we were training for Battle Tactics 8, our first battle, and then we started getting out in the community battling rappers from other crews and just promoting that whole freestyle culture. Also, just resolving in the mind to stay positive regardless of external circumstances, and that can be really difficult because when you're an artist, you're shining a bright light, and it can attract a lot of moths to the flame, and you got to be careful what energy you're engaging with, and just choose the people to surround yourself with that have your best interests at heart and that can be happy for you when you succeed. Freedom from jealousy, freedom from anxiety. You know, stage fright, that's just adrenaline giving your body the ingredients you need to succeed. So just embracing all the emotions, but also choicefully engaging with the things that are gonna bring you to your most elevated path. And so I do a lot of yoga, I do a lot of meditation, and I do a lot of work to get my mind right so that I can face these challenges, because if you're an entertainer, an artist, someone who shares your heart with the people, there will be challenges. So I highly recommend for you to know how to freestyle, for you to keep good people around you, and just have contingencies on backups, on plan B, on be ready, because it will 100% go completely wrong, and it might not look anything like what you imagined, but it could still be amazing if you maintain a positive mental mind state. So I just made a deal with myself at the beginning of this project that I was gonna stay positive and treat people well no matter what, because that's another thing to be aware of. One show, an album, a song, that's a moment in time, but your friendships, your relationships, your reputation, that's forever. So when things go wrong, I try to avoid blaming people or getting angry, and I just try to think of solutions. Okay, how are we gonna make this work? The show must go on, and it will, because the bottom line,
solutions.
Honor the audience, honor the people that came to support you, and like love yourself, and just be okay. Hip hop can be messy. Just get messy.
Word. So I wanted to ask as well, because you rep some pretty crazy hairstyles. So I've seen it throughout the past. So where does the hair come from? Like right now you got some braids, but sometimes you'll rep like some red hair. Sometimes like where does that come from?
Actually, that's very like samurai thing because hair holds energy. So when I'm changing up my hair, I'm expressing the way that I feel inside. So sometimes I'll chop it right off. That's when I'm in guerrilla mode. When I have to like scrunch down and do a task and I don't want you to mess with me, I'll just cut my hair off short. I'm like, don't worry about it. You know? And then when I want to be seen, like right now I'm releasing it, so I'm purple and blue and I want you to notice me. So it's kind of like how birds in nature and flowers,
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes.
Like
they kind of like they like I think they express their wings to like help attract mates as well. Like I think there was a part of that. I was watching Will Smith. If anyone's seen One Strange Rock.
That's oh my god. That's one of the biggest influences in this album.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. That's so dope. And it talks about space too. One Strange Rock, that's all about space. That whole like it's like a docu-series. That whole thing blew my mind.
Yeah. And that really inspired me because my album, it's a science fiction hip hop adventure, and all good science fiction is based in real science.
That's super dope. That's crazy. Yeah, I learned from One Strange Rock that everything is connected. So we're all connected at one point. You know what I mean? It's crazy. If you haven't seen that, shout out to One Strange Rock.
Your body is a universe.
Yes.